Hi guys, in this video, we're going to show you how to book a room on the B2B, okay? Also known as the booking engine. So you're going to log on to b2b.nhahotels.com and then you're going to enter your unique username and password, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click here, book hotels, okay? In this system, you can book up to 4 rooms at one time and you can book up to 9 rooms for the same city and for the same dates at one time. Okay, so anything 10 or more rooms, you would have to submit a rate request. And please contact your hotel broker if you don't know how to do this, and then also reference the training video. So what I'm going to do is enter the dates. Okay. We're going to do it from the 16th to the 22nd of January. And you can see right here, this is what I was talking about. You can see add another room, up to 4. Okay. And again, you can book up to 9 rooms at one time for the same city for the same dates. Anything more than that, you will need to request do a rate request. You need to submit that. Okay, and we're going to go and just remove these. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on search. Now you can see here what's faded out. It says residency and currency. If the client is from another country or using other type of currency, please select that. It will convert the monies, okay? Now, I've already done my comparables. I'm gonna go ahead and just enter Paris here. So make sure you do your comparables before you book any room because you don't wanna lose out on any type of margins or commissions or anything like that. Okay, so make sure that and also making sure that your rates are justifiable. So I've entered Paris. You can see right here it's $80.56 per night. Okay, go ahead and select that. What I also want to do is click on this I right here just to see what type of cancellation there is. Okay, it says free cancellation up to January 10th. Okay. And typically for our standard cancellation policy for the booking engine, you cancel up to 7 days prior to arrival. And there is a 3.5% fee for refunds. Okay. Now to avoid that, you really want to sell non-refundable rates, and we can go over that too. But as far as you're selling a flexible rate to your client and they decide to cancel, they have up to 7 days prior to arrival, and there is a 3.5% fee. Okay. And you can see right here, any booking remarks says here a mandatory fee of $35.48, including tax, per room per night is payable directly at the hotel upon arrival beginning April 6, 2015. Okay. It says for some bed and breakfast rates, a maximum of 2 breakfasts will be provided. Additional breakfasts will be payable direct to the hotel. Now, for this rate, okay, so it does talk about the max length of stay. It says 14 nights, and no amendments or name changes can be made to this booking once it's confirmed. So that means that you can go ahead and book this, but if the client decides to make any name changes or date changes, you will not be able to do so. You would actually have to rebook the entire reservation, okay? So that could mean that the rate could be higher or it might be lower in some cases, but you just have to rebook. And our reservations department can help you with that as well, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on book here. What I wanted to show you, you can see our entire rate is $483.37. That is our rate. It doesn't mean you want to charge your client that. Now, you go to the SHOT Show here, okay? You see it's, January 17th through the 20th, okay? And I did some shoulder nights in there. and you want to compare it, okay? And you can see right here, Paris is at 159, okay? And we did it from January 16th and checking out the 22nd. And the total rate is at $1,269.92 for the entire stay. Okay, so you don't want to discount more than $10 to $20 for the entire stay, okay, because they're not going to find these rates anywhere else. So if you do that, then that would be what, $12.49, right? So let's go back here. Now you want to enter the rate. Okay, you can enter the total that you're charging the client. Okay, and it's going to show you, it's already going to formulate in here that the markup is $945.63, and a total markup percentage is 195.63%. Okay, now you're going to enter the guest name. Okay, so this one, and you're going to use any prefix that applies to the client. So whether it's Mr., Mrs., Ms., Miss, or Doctor. So let's say it's Mr. John Doe. Okay, and the address is 111 Street. The city is Huntington Beach. (92646). Make sure you select the correct state and the email address. So let's say it's John at doe.com. Okay, and the guest phone number. Okay, the only time that you would ever put your own email address in here is if you're charging them a non-refundable rate. So that means that the client will not be able to cancel it. The client will not be able to make any amendments. It is a non-refundable rate that you're charging them. You've leveraged them because you've decreased the rate, and that's it. Basically, you're giving them a discounted rate, okay, and they've accepted it. So you could send this to yourself and make adjustments to the booking booking confirmation, and then you would forward it to them. Okay. So you can also add a guest name. So let's say he's gonna bring Mrs. Jane Doe. Okay. And additional requests are things such as smoking room, non-smoking room, or smoking preference, bed type, and view type. Okay, or adjacent rooms or adjoining rooms. Unless you specifically book that type of room and it states it when you're booking it, then you're covered. However, if you're requesting it for it, because some hotels, they don't have that as an option, like you can't just book a non-smoking room, it's based on availability. Okay, so our reservations department is more than willing to submit any type of request. However, it's not guaranteed. It's based on availability. Okay, so you can put right here, client requests non-smoking room. Okay, you're going to enter the credit card information. So the credit card could be obviously it's not a valid number, and then the expiration date, the CVC, okay, the name that appears on the card, so John Doe. Okay, and see right here it says customer details. You can just click on that and it will populate the information that you entered above right here, so you don't have to duplicate it once more. Now, very, very important that you enter the correct information, okay, because maybe you get the card correct, but then you don't get the address correct. The system will authorize the transaction, but not fully book the room. Okay, the room will not be confirmed because the information is incorrect. Now the charge will fall off. However, it's just a hassle. Okay, so just make sure that you have the correct information entered into the system. We do accept Discover. And as you can see here, it's not listed. If your client has a Discover card, please call into our reservations department and they will process the reservation for you. Okay. Now, it also says read here before you book. Okay, that's the information that we read earlier, just duplicated. And then also right here, it has the cancellation policy. Okay. And then our full terms and conditions. Okay. And you just click on check. You can check it right here. This right here is for, it goes directly to our reservations department. There are notes that goes to our reservations department, not directly to the hotel. So if it's something specific about the client, like for instance, you're charging a non-refundable rate, you put right here non-refundable. So that way our reservations department doesn't agree to cancel anything. Okay, and they're always going to contact you first before anything happens. But if there's something specific about this reservation that we need to know about, you can put it right here. Okay, and that goes to our internal reservations department. And then you just click on confirm booking and then you're all set. Okay, and that's how you book. Make it a great stay with NHA.